Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today we are gonna see a very basic topic, that is a Git installation. So most of the folks in IT who is into the company, they are mostly using it as a source control tool. But whosoever are the students or new joiner into the IT industry, for them it is good to understand that what is a Git, how to install on a local machine, and how they can play around it. So I'll be covering this in today's session. So we'll go through it very quickly. We have some prerequisite here. So first is that a source control tool. So for the new joiners, what is the source control tool is the tool which is managing your source code very efficiently. If a multiple people are working on your code or the source, it should be managed centrally, and all the track should be available onto the commits, who has done what commits, if there are any removals, addition, deletion, that should be managed efficiently. Otherwise it is difficult to work onto the big projects and maintain the code. So there are many source control tools in market. Git is one of them. Then there is a Tortoise SVN and a lot of tools are there. So we'll go ahead with the Git. Second prerequisite is that install a Git client on your machine. So for installing a Git client, simply you have to go to the Google, uh, just type Git here. Okay, so once we'll type a Git, go to the Git, and then here on this link you can download the latest version of Git, and then the downloading will start based on your operating system, whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit. You can download the version of the Windows installer, and you can determine your system is a 32-bit or 62-bit by referring my other videos onto the operating system. There you can get more help on that. But once you downloaded that installer, just install it on your machine. Once it got installed, just open your command prompt, just type git, and this will show here. If somehow in your machine, after typing a git, if it is not showing, go to your my computer icon, right click on it, like this. I'm going to my desktop. On my icon, I'm just right clicking on it, then go to the properties. In properties, go to the advanced system variables. In environment variables, you can add the installation path which is there for your Git installation. Like here I have installed the Git here on my C drive, Git new, and there is a command. So whenever you will type a Git, it will refer it from here, and then it will start displaying on your command prompt. So Git is installed on your machine. Next prerequisite is that create account on a GitHub. So GitHub is a centrally managed uh, server where the GitHub is installed, or the you can see the kind of data center where your all the source code you can store. So it is built for developers. There are unlimited repositories you can create. So you don't need to care about where you can store your source control and how others can access it. Just go to this site, just sign up, and then you can choose your username, like a test123 something, and if it is available, it will show it is available. Then enter your email ID, password, and then verify your account, and then just create an account. Once the account got created, you will get a username and all the details. So I'm logging in with my account, and I'm going to my GitHub page. So once I logged in, you can see this window. Then just create the new repository which is on GitHub servers. So I'm just creating a repository named test. Keep it a public, and just here click on a button create repository. The repository would get created immediately, right? So repositories got created on GitHub. The next step is that to clone it on your local machine. So now the centralized repository is created. You have to clone it on your local machine and start coding it in it. And once you will start code, you will make a changes into the file, and then we'll push to the GitHub repository. So first we'll be creating the directory, make directory kind of first project. Okay, I have created this directory. Just go to this directory, cd first project. Okay, so you are here in this directory. Then use a command git, then clone. After clone, you need to give the URL. So if you go to your repository, you can see there HTTPS URL and SSH URL. So currently use the HTTPS one. We'll go through the SSH into the upcoming sessions, that how to configure your SSH with your local machine. So right now the repository got cloned. If I created, click on command like a dir, I can see the test is got created, which is my project I have created there. Then go to the test project. Okay, then again type a dir. Currently it is a blank project, so I'm just going to that project through explorer. Okay, so I have gone here. You can see that nothing is there, just some git .git folder is created. And if I click on this config folder, and if I click here, you can see that it is pointing to the GitHub repository that just we have created under my username and password. Okay, so this means your git project is cloned and it is configured with a centralized git repository. The next step is that create a small file, like for example, uh, we have created kind of a hello world, right? And we have created this file. Now if I see here, inside that I can see that hello world is created. Next command I will use is a git diff to see that if any differences is there. So it is not showing any differences because this file is not added to the git indexing. So you need to add this file to the git indexing. So all the step I have mentioned here on my ppt as well. So here just will do a git add, then hello world text, right? So it is, if I type a git diff, still it is not showing any differences because file is not having any content. I'm going to the file. Okay, I'm just opening it and just typing a hello. Okay, and I'm just saving this file and closing it. Now I have gone to the command prompt. I have just typed git, then def, and if you see that it has shown the first difference, that means your files are getting source controlled. So file was a, it has changed to the b kind of next step, and here you just one file, one text got added here, word. So it can clearly show once it got added, that means it is managing your source control changes or whatever the changes happen to your source very effectively. The next step is that in a git to commit your changes. That means you have made some code change. Then the command is that git commit hyphen m. M is for message. You can type a first commit. Okay, just press enter. It has mentioned you that one file changed and it is committed with this commit id, right? So once the change got committed here, the next step is that you have to push your changes to the centralized repository. So if anyone is working on the same file, he should get that changes. If he has cloned that same repository and just done a pull on the same repository, then he should get that changes. So next step is to commit your changes. So, commit and push the changes. We have done the already commit. Now we are pushing the changes. Just type a git push. Okay, once I have done that, it will ask me for a username and password. Earlier I have already done a commit with this username, so it is not asking me username and password, but for you it will do ask the username and password. Just put the username and your password and just do a commit. So I have done the git push. That means the changes are already committed to the centralized repository. So I'm going to your repository, right? You can see that nothing is there. I'm just refreshing this page. Okay, and you can see here the hello world text is got committed, having the commit message as a first commit here 1 minute ago. And this is having kind of the hello world, the file is got committed successfully, and it is having all the details with it. So this is how you can commit onto the Git repository. We'll go through the other steps like branches, what are the other stuff into the upcoming session. So that's it for this session. So I think you are get aware about the Git. So I'm just reiterating that. First, we have seen the what is important of source control. Then we have created account on GitHub, and then also downloaded the Git client so you can use on your machine. Then through command prompt, we have created uh, a folder. Then we have cloned a project, modified a file, then committed it and pushed the changes to the centralized repository. And then we have checked the centralized repository if our changes are there or not. And this was a commit ID. You can see here, same was here into the commit CAC2. So all is getting managed very perfectly. And in commits, you can see your commits as well, who has done that commits. So uh, this is how you can manage your source control very efficiently. So thanks for listening my channel. Do subscribe to my channel, and thanks for your time and patience.